Hey everyone, it's Rick. So I got a lot of attention on those Tic Attack boards. That's was a surprising favorite on my YouTube channel. So I got a lot of questions about them, and of course they're the same questions. And I just wanted to, make a video pointing some of those out. And I also have a little bonus video that Nolan wanted to share how he does his science and trying to figure out how to cut these things, the basic die cut out before they're sanded and polished and formed. So there's a little bonus at the end there if you like seeing little 10-year-olds do science. So the first question is, hey, these things are well, I guess the first question is like, what do they do, right? And they provide a normal force at the back around a staple, and they're meant to very closely, and I'll put a picture here, they're very closely fit a staple. It ends up that staples are about the same size. They are exactly the same size, and these fit very closely around the staples, which is hard to cut manually, and they have a staple relief cut in them, and then they're chamfered back so that the spine can lay over nicely, and you push back from that side. Most of the pressure should come from the back of the board, not in from the pressing surface, and because that's you want that to come out, right? And so that provides that. So some of the questions I have are, some of these are, and you'll see in the video here, some of them are they're dirty from the laser cutting. There's a little bit of smoke on the outside. When I could clean them, it would almost double the price of them. So instead of paying like $11 or more for board, I'm just going to say you just wipe them off, right? Get a wet paper towel and wipe them. It's that easy. The other question I get is, do they have to have the relief on both sides? Well, now I've made a bunch of both. I've got to get my web people to offer both on the website, but they're both available. You can get either kind now, or just request them, from us, and we'll send them to you that way. Another one is, it's not very even. Like they say, okay, it's this, the chamfer is like this or like that, or it's not quite across. Well, I've tried to make them even, but it's difficult for reasons I don't want to explain in detail right now. But it ends up, it doesn't matter. I've tried it. I've intentionally made them, crooked and not even all over the place, and it doesn't make a difference up to, I think, the 8 or 9 millimeters that I tried, and it doesn't make any difference as long as you can get a normal force on the back of it, and it rides very close to the staple. It doesn't make any difference. So I'm not trying to do it because the effort it makes and how much more the things would cost is not worth that. So it's one of these optimization things you have to do when you figure it. I know that I'm included, and comic book people are some of the most anal and detailed people in the world, and but we have to make decisions on what makes a difference and what doesn't. So anyway, that's the basics of it, and this is one of them. They're available now if you want some, and here's the video, and enjoy. And for those of you who are watching this near Christmas time, I wish you a happy holiday. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, I want to talk a little bit about my Tic Attack boards and just show you what we have to offer and a little bit about how to use them, because you already know from some of the previous videos, but this is just to answer some questions and address some comments by some users. So there's two types. One type has got this plain edge here, which I'll show a closer photo of. It's just not, it's just chamfered on one end, and the other end has the staple relief, and the other kind we have with the staple relief on both ends, depending on which flavor you want. All of them are laser cut, and because, just because of how lasers work, it burns the paper to get through it. And they're all going to be washed, but they might have a little bit of dust on them, or smoke, I mean. So you can use, like this is just DI water squirt bottle. I put some on a little makeup pad, and if you see little bits of smut or dirt, just grab this or a paper towel and just wipe it, and that little bit will come right off. And just let it dry, and you're done. And that's it. That's all you got to do. I would recommend it, just kind of because you don't know from one to the other what's going to happen, what might be left over. I just want you to be prepared. The ends have been chamfered and polished, so they should be okay. But just walk around a little bit and do this. I could do that for you, but then the price would be not quite double, but a lot more, and so it makes more sense for you to just do it yourself. So that's what I'm just going to do on this board, and you can see that some of this material comes off, so I recommend doing that first. And then, their basic use is to use them with a tacking iron, which in this case looks like this. I get this Hanger 9-1. I use it. You can use it in the low configuration. Mine's about 130 typically when I use it, but I've altered mine slightly, so yours might run a little hotter. It should still work okay. So in the case that you want to use a board that's just chamfered on one side, you can use this in the area between the staples, and you can feel that here, and then you can get your tacking iron, obviously with a small piece of, just cut out a piece of silicone relief paper, which you can, obviously buy from us, or you can just get some of your own and just kind of figure eight it. And that should at least help with this issue of the not getting around the staples. So in this case, the staples are towards the back. So if you see this staple here, can you see this? And you couldn't get around that, in other words, but see how this see that, I don't know if you can tell from this, but see how it just barely fits? And that's what its job is. It barely accommodates this staple. You see that? It is close. It is 1/10 of a millimeter close, and that's what it's designed to do. So you can get in here. Hello, Damian Hellstrom. You can get in there and fit right around it, where it would literally be, not literally, but figuratively be impossible, almost impossible to get around this if you had a staple, a spine tick, in other words. And so you could get right there. And then in this case, this guy is right along the spine, and so I'm not sure this will present much of a difficulty being right on the spine perfectly. Oh, actually, this one would. And again, this helps you to get snugged up right here. There's pressure right from there to here, this wide on either side of it, so you can really get in there and take your tool and get that out of there. I'm going to make some staple forming tools and some staple removal tools as well. And then you'll see those later, but this is a staple that's slightly on the top, and you can see that a little better, I guess. You can get your guy in there, and you can do your magic. So anyway, that's just another example and some types of these boards that we offer and how to use them. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. Now, folks, here's Nolan and his science. He's very proud of his notebook, and he's very proud of his work as a scientist here. So if you could leave him a comment, or find his channel, Nolan Morgan, and give him a comment about if you think he's doing good science or not. He's asked me not to lead you into an answer, but he would like to know if any viewers out there have any opinions on how good of a job he's doing. Please, maybe give him a little encouragement, or I won't say encouragement. I shouldn't lead you. He wants constructive criticism on his ability to do science. So please note anything that you might want to offer to Nolan. Thank you very much. All right, so Nolan is optimizing his routine for laser cutting, right, Nolan?
Yep.
Let's go see your notebook. What's your hypothesis for today, son?
So, 2 passes, 70 speed, 32 power, HWR. So I think the result will be kind of smoky, but I think that it'll be good that it's faster than before.
All right, well, open it up, son. I think you're doing great. Open it up and let's see how you did, okay?
And I feel like my hypothesis could be wrong. There's a lot of variation.
All right, let's see here.
Okay.
Are they all separated?
Okay, let's see if the first one goes. Oh, that was great.
You did great.
Okay, next first one. Good. That's actually pretty good.
You did a good job, son.
That's
Hey,
great.
good work, scientists.